hope you have your doorbell ringing and your pizza's arrived, because look at this. I am ecstatic about this moment. I get to taste the pizzas with you. Yum! Okay, we've got our thin crust, the thick crust that I built without you, but I did want to say we bake that crust before putting it in, so that's delicious. Our cauliflower crust, our gluten-free, and then our artisan flatbreads, and I am going there. I told you this is my favorite, so I've got to start here. Look at that. How ecstatic would your friends be? They'd be so excited over this. Mmm. Delicious. That is such an amazing combination of flavors. It really brings the mushrooms are earthy. The saltiness of the meat, I love it. I love it. Okay, this is a little bit more needy of attention because that cauliflower crust is not quite as firm as many, but I'll show you, you can still pick it up. I have the goat cheese on this and garlic and those oven burst cherry tomatoes. Mmm. I gotta tell you, that crust, as much as it's not as crispy and firm as our thin crust, is so delicious. You miss nothing. The cauliflower works, the cheesiness. It does get crispy because there's so much cheese in it. It's almost like a frico. It's got great flavor, great depth of flavor. Beautiful. Okay, the other gluten-free is the one that I showed you that looks like a traditional crust, and it's just made with a gluten-free flour, so that you don't have the gluten. And chickpea flours work. There's all kinds of flours that work. Mmm. You almost don't notice the difference. And with the cheese and all the toppings, I wouldn't know. So just so you know, your gluten-free friends will not be missing out at all. And I'm gonna provide that recipe. So if you need it, let me know, because that's a great one and it's homemade and it holds together. And this has the caramelized onions and the white sauce. Mmm. Caramelized onions on a pizza get sweet and not as savory, but not sugary sweet. It just brings out that, well, caramel in the onion. Awesome. Okay. I think, you know what, I'm going to taste this one because this has fontina and asparagus and ham on it. That's, again, it has caramelized onions. Cauliflower crust again. So you're seeing it does hold up. I so wish you were here with me. This is so pizza extravaganza. Your friends would have as much fun as I'm having right now. I am loving this. I need a fork and a little spatula for this deep dish. Being from Chicago, I know what I'm getting into and I love it. Look at that. My goodness, I think I've done too much for myself. I am so excited. I love deep dish. And here we go. My own version of it. I've got olives and tomatoes and all kinds of yumminess, and you see that there's cheese on the crust. Everything's built on top, and then cheese on top. It's like gooey, yummy goodness and flavor. Mmm, that is a pizza pie. We'll be right back with even more options, just in case salad and pizza didn't do it for you. Be right back. I'm showing you one more option, and it's pasta night, which kind of keeps in that same theme. And if you're wondering why I'm showing you so much, it's because oftentimes we think we're not chefs and we don't want to have our friends over who do cook really well. These are all options for those people who don't feel like they're chefs. This is inviting your guests to cook with you and to design the flavor profiles, and doing it all in advance. So these are just fantastic ideas. Cook your pasta al dente in advance. Choose a couple of varieties. I'm gonna show you over the top, of course. I've got your traditional spaghetti. Al dente means it's not all the way, so it's still a little firm. I've got your spaghetti. I've got gnocchi, which is fabulous. That's a roll-in product. It just comes in a package. Boil it, takes like 3 minutes, no problem. That's beautiful. I've got ravioli, and you can go cheese ravioli, but this time I went spinach and porcini ravioli. That's a fresh item, a fresh pasta item, beautiful. And I've got also some cheese tortellini, because sometimes people like something different. I've got a gluten-free pasta. Now this is brown rice and quinoa, and it's awesome. I'm telling you, they've come so far. I have not made any of my own pastas, so don't worry about that, but good products are out there and available. So you don't even have to really cook, just boil it, put it out there. Okay, I've also got 3 varieties of sauce. However, you can purchase sauces. I've made my own. I've actually got 4 because I've got a pesto. I've made my own, but Roland makes the pasta sauces refrigerated. Like I said, they're available, tons of varieties. So just go there. There's also go in your supermarket, rows and rows of pasta sauces. Choose one you like. Okay, for me, I've got a rustic tomato garlic. I've got a creamy vodka sauce, just tomato and cream and all that good stuff, a little vodka. And then I've got the white sauce, which is an Alfredo base. Okay, so you've got your flavor profiles. I've got pesto, as I mentioned, if somebody wants some of that. But then I've got ingredients. This is the concept, okay, getting back to that. Your guests go through, you give them a bowl, give them a spoon, they go through, let's say they choose some peas. A few peas in there. And let's say they want some shrimp in their pasta. You've got a different protein available. Okay, they choose how many they like. I think smoky corn, yum, so smoky. I love it, I love it. And let's just say earthiness on these mushrooms, fab. I'm just gonna demo one for you because you see all the varieties. Let's do a little roasted red pepper for color, okay? They bring this to you if you're manning the stove, or you kind of set it up. Now, let me show you. You're gonna do a little olive oil in your pan first, but you don't need much because your ingredients are already cooked. You're gonna add, there's olive oil on my gnocchi. That makes it so much easier if you're seeing that. Okay, so you give them their gnocchi. You toss in their ingredients, right? Beautiful. And then you ask them what kind of sauce they want. And let's say they want this creamy tomato vodka sauce. Perfect, you say. What a good choice. Boy, you really have an amazing palate. Dollop, dollop, dollop. Give me 1 minute. I'm coming back with the hot pasta. I'll be right back. This is amazing looking. They get their hot pasta. Took you like 2-3 minutes, not even. It's all prepped in advance and you look like a gourmand. Wonderful, beautiful. Look at that. What a good combination. Top it with a little basil if they want. I always love a little Parmesan cheese myself. Look at that. Bon appetit, right? I'm grabbing my fork. I hope you're having as much fun on this one as I am. Ooh. Pasta night is dreamy, and you have little smaller dishes, so you can do anything you want, and you can have 1 or maybe 2 or 3 dishes, depending on your appetite. Have your friends over, have fun, enjoy. I hope I've given you some good tips, and you're gonna run with it. And now you've got 3 opportunities to entertain and look like a rock star. Have a great time. Until next time, Katie O'Reilly with KDO's Food Carnival.
Watch full-length episodes of KDO's Food Carnival television show live on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. or on demand on the OTT Network Women's Broadcast Television Network at WBTVN.tv or on the Roku channel Women on TV. Download the free app Women on TV for your iPhone or Android. Katie's show also airs at 7 p.m. Friday nights in Chicago on Comcast Channel 392. Follow Katie on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at KTOFoodCarnival.com. That's the letters KTO, foodcarnival.com.